Hi everyone, Elite Assassin here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Forge. Now I know we just got Forge for Halo 5 and it's all very exciting, but I wanted to do a video and I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about this. Looking back at some of the Forge creations myself and my friend IndoSilver909 had created over the years, because there are some pretty cool ones, definitely some unique ones, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy this. First up, I wouldn't really call this a Forge creation as I would an edit to a map. It's the first time I really did anything in Forge, and that's the only reason I'm including this. It's called Rain of Fire, and basically what I did was I edited High Ground to have fusion coils rain down on you. This map was used just to play the super fast gravity hammers and swords game type I made that I'm pretty sure everybody made when Halo 3 first came out with all the new custom game options. This just made the game type a little bit more deadly, as the barrels would fall down and destroy you, and there were the explosive like missile-like things on the ground that would be ignited by the falling barrels, and those would fly at you. It was just a lot of fun to screw around and just go crazy on. Alright, next up, now we have actual Forge things from my friend IndoSilver909. The first one to look at here is also kind of a crazy map that we used called Cage Fight. And this cage was meant for small-scale free-for-all matches, and the special thing about this is that all of the four teleporters in this little arena here are all on the same frequency. So the teleporter you go in, you have no idea where you're going to come out, and neither does your opponent. And we normally had this either just BR fights, or sometimes there's a sword on the map I believe. And it was really funny to see what would happen, because it made some really cool moments, and I'm really disappointed that I deleted some of the footage. But it's been years since we played that map. But it'd be really funny, because if someone went through a teleporter and you lunged at them with a sword, you sometimes actually stopped, redirected yourself, and lunged backwards at people as they came out of the right teleporter. Some really crazy game-breaking stuff would happen in that map, and it was a really good time. Next up, we have Apartment, another one of IndoSilver909's maps. Now, if you're familiar with Halo 3 Forge, you know that it's very difficult to create a lot of things in Halo 3's Forge. And this is definitely one of the better creations he had, if not just for the look of it, but for the functionality of some of the things inside. This map was going to be a zombies type match, kind of like a Defend from Zombies type map, and though it never really truly got finished, what he created here was definitely very interesting. Now, as you go up the elevator here, as you eventually go up the elevator, you get to the top, and you'll see here that there's a shield door, and on the outside we have the landing pad. Normally he was going to have like banshees and stuff be there, but he never ended up putting one there anyway. You go back into the apartment, we have an upstairs, and the upstairs we have, what do you call it, the bedroom, which has the sword in it and the nice view of Avalanche that you can see there. And you'll see this little grav lift here, and this is the cool part of the apartment, because you break that grav lift and it drops the door down the lift so the zombies can't get up. And it's actually a multi-function thing, because not only does it drop the door down, it drops this block, which reveals a secret hideaway up top. And the cool thing about this is eventually that will respawn and block this up. Well, normally it respawns nicer than that. There's also these explosive coils here. If anyone followed you, you can blow them up with that. And down here you have another fail-safe explosives, which hopefully I won't kill myself while trying to ignite. And down bottom you have an escape mongoose. So you have this little escape way and some neat trapdoors and tricks. That's really what made this map very unique and just different from most other Forge maps. Next up we have I'm trying to think what he called this map. I believe we called it the Office or the Hostage. Actually, you call it Tower 2. There we go. As you see here, Tower 2 looks like kind of like an office building. That's why I call it that. And then they actually call it Tower 2. And the apartment was technically referred to as Tower 1. This was meant to be for a game type of attack and defend. Unfortunately, it was never finished due to running out of pieces due to the forge limitation in Halo 3. But this map had some very interesting ideas, and I think definitely could have been a little bit of fun for an attack and defend type game type. Now you see here we have a sword in the lobby, just the attackers to use, and the attackers had two ways of going up. And you see here the deployable covers made for great blocking tools in the hallways to make the attacker's life hell. Up here you can see the windows were set so that you can rain down on the people who would be spawning out there and trying to rush the tower. And of course, the cover was supposed to be out there for the people spawning and such. He's never got that far, unfortunately. You'll see up top that eventually the map did not get fully created. Alright, now skipping up top, you'll see the floors here start turning to wood. And that's because, he unfortunately ran out of budget. So eventually things kind of got mishmashed, unfortunately, and that really is what led to the end of this map. Now, up here on the roof, you'll see there's teleporters, some odd wood boards. You can't quite look out the windows because you didn't put the ramps there. And I'll show you what those boards are there for. They're actually meant to give the attacking team, or the defending team, a little bit of a head start on the attackers, and also to make a trap for the attackers if they try to come up the top and not fight through the stairs. Alright, so the defenders go up the elevator, and boom, they hit the pallets, they're safe. Now, that's all well and good, but what happens if the attackers try to follow? This does. So, if you try to go up the elevator afterwards, you will die. Now, you'll either be thrown to the upper parts of this map, or you'll be thrown to the lower parts, which have kill balls. Alright, moving on. Next is probably one of, I think, Interstellar's favorite maps that he created, and this is just a railgun. Now, you'll see here that it's a very basic design, and really what it's meant to do is shoot a barrel all the way over here to the little tower you'll see, and it's just meant to kill a person and just try to create a launched projectile. And he definitely had a lot of success. And I'm going to run a clip that he made a long time ago of him shooting the projectile at himself. But first, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like and how exactly he fired it. And I save all the stuff over here. The trip mines are normally what he used to fire it and kill himself in the clip I'll show you right after this. But for this sake, I'm just going to throw a grenade and show you what it looks like when it blows up. Alright, now you've seen the clip. You see he was very interesting to see that he actually was able to aim that barrel and hit himself, and I'm sure there's a lot of trial and error involved in that. But it was a lot of fun playing on that map and testing it with him and just seeing how he created it. Alright, next up we have Halo Reach, and I'm going to show you one of my creations of Halo Reach. This is Lagoon, a map I never finished, but one that I really enjoyed making. As you'll see, it was in the Lagoon section of the Forge World map. I'm just going to kind of give you a quick, just fly by in the Forge Ball. And hopefully not get myself killed here. But it was just a small little map that I tried to create, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I never really finished it, unfortunately, but it had some neat ideas. Now, if we skip ahead here and you see at the blue spawn, both teams had an equal side rush. At least I tried to make equal to this little middle cavern here, where I put my favorite weapon of all time, the grenade launcher. I also decided to make something a little different, a little bit of a sneaky route for people who looked behind here to try to be able to get an advantage of, and it worked both ways. Though this way I think it was a little bit sneakier, and I was new to trying to make maps, so this map definitely wasn't perfect, but I tried to make little fun sneaky jumps throughout the entire map, and I'll kind of skip ahead and show you guys some of those. But that was Lagoon. Alright, next up, I believe, will be the last map we have here, and this is going to be Indosilver's second railgun that he created, and this one was meant to shoot Spartans, not items. Now, as you see here, this is a very intricate design. It's meant to look like a giant gun, and the main part of this is the giant pillar going vertically. That's really what made this work, and I'm going to show you kind of how it works from the get-go, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite clips I've ever recorded in Halo, just to show you how fast you really can go with this railgun. Now, as you see here, there's not really much to it. You're supposed to spawn right in the mouth, so you jumped right in, and it's just a simple teleporter right down there. Doesn't really look like much, so let's jump in and see for ourselves. Also, I apologize, this might be kind of might hurt your eyes a little bit, and the sound might be a little bit annoying, so I apologize for that. But basically what we're doing is we're falling repeatedly through teleporters, and the faster we fall, we're actually going through and bypassing the former teleporters till we get fast enough to launch out the end, and there we go. And it seems like going pretty fast, and you really can't tell till you get something to compare it to. So, without further ado, I have my favorite clip I've ever made called Racing a Tank Shell, to show just how fast you're actually going. Alright, now last but not least, we have his final railgun. Indosilver made one in Halo 4 Forge, and this one fired things and people, and we had a lot of fun just screwing around on it. And as you'll see here, it used almost the exact same principle as the Halo Reach one, but it didn't have anywhere near the same aesthetics as the Halo Reach one, as he didn't really spend that much time in Halo 4's Forge. Usually the Spartan just goes crazy through teleporters before eventually launching. And also, there was a part of it that launched things at people. That was very funny. It led some fun times, us trying to use the shield and block the projectiles and just goof around. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this. I know I was just showing off some old Forge, but seeing the new Forge come out really just kind of inspired me to go back and look at all these old creations and look forward to seeing what I can make now. And I really do hope that my friend Indosilver does come back to play Halo 5 and see what he can make with scripting and all the crazy stuff Forge has now. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I can't wait to see what everyone else makes with Forge, and hopefully we'll have some very cool things to show off in the near future. Talk to you guys later.